Hi there, and welcome to the online version of Aspirations Orientation. My name is Victoria Forquez. I will be your host. As you can see, this is Blackboard. It might look a little different because I have access to all of your classes in order to get updates on how you are doing academically, whether or not you are attending courses. For those of you who've taken aspiration courses in the past, you may have received an email from me. So Blackboard can be a little confusing if it's the first time you're using it. So if you go to the top here, you can click on Courses. That is, of course, if you were able to log in appropriately. And as you can see, mine is a long list, but yours will probably only include one or maybe two. So if you click on a course, let's, for instance, go to one that John Harrington teaches, General Psychology, Fall 2016. It's going to look a little something like this, but each instructor has the ability to set up their Blackboard account for their course as they choose. So you can scroll down. You have access to things like the syllabus, to your grades, to discussion boards. You also have the ability to email your instructor right through Blackboard, or you could also use your main.edu address, which is suggested because that way you have a copy of the email. Whereas if you email them through your Blackboard account, you will not receive a copy of the email that you send. So if we just scroll down here, we can see that we have assignments, exams, all the things that you might need to be successful in your online courses. And up at the top, course documents, the syllabus. This is just probably, a little bit about your instructor and ways that you can contact him if you do find that you have issues with Blackboard. And if we go to the bottom, I won't click on my grades because it'll show all the grades of students who took this course last fall, but you could click on that and you could see how you're doing in the course. If you have issues or concerns about the rubrics or the way things are being graded, you could always look at the ELO rubrics or the GLO rubrics to get a better idea about the way that things are graded here at UMPI. So we'll just take a brief look at this. You may impress Sky's essential learning outcomes. So these are just some of the things that will be relevant in terms of the courses you're taking with us online through our Aspirations program. So if you feel the need to go over this more in depth, you have access to it on Blackboard. All right. So let's just back out of this. Right, so here we are back again on the psychology page. So if we go back to home, you can also see that on the side over here we have announcements, send emails. That would be the way that you could email an instructor if you maybe had questions. The calendar would be a good place to put things like exam dates, when items are due. It could be a helpful resource for you. All right, I think that pretty much covers the home page of Blackboard. So if you find that you have issues with Blackboard or you need additional assistance other than this video, you can go right here where it says Help, Tips, and Updates, and you're going to click on that. And then you're going to see right here it says Blackboard Documentation for Students. You can go ahead and click that. And then this will pop up. It says Blackboard Learn is a learning management system designed with students in mind. It gives you the tools you need to collaborate with your peers, stay informed of upcoming due dates, submit assignments, view your grades, and more. So if you're having issues with logging in, with your password, or just general questions, this would be a great place to go. So how do I log in? How do I retrieve my password? How do I email my instructor? Navigate through your courses, submit assignments. There are lots of really good resources on this page. If you still can't find the answer you're looking for on this page, you may want to call IT services here at UMPI, and that number can easily be found on the web. But I think this would be a really good place to start if you are having issues with Blackboard before you were to call IT services. Okay, so let's take a brief look at Mainestreet before I end this short little video. So I'm going to go right here to Mainestreet. This obviously is going to look a little different for you because I'm a staff member. But if you go right to Mainestreet, it probably looks something like this. And then you would go to Student Self-Service, Student Center, and then it'll look something like this. See, mine says you are not enrolled in classes, which is absolutely true. But for you, it will have your classes and your grade summaries and things of that nature. And it's important to note that Mainestreet will have a better idea of your grades than Blackboard will. So if you're having any questions about final grades or things of that nature, at the end of your course, Mainestreet is the place that you're going to want to look for those items. If you ever have questions, again, feel free to email your instructor. You can email me as well. But this is where you're going to find things that relate to your course, specific things, financial things, in addition to your final grades. Yeah, see, clicking on any of these things for me wouldn't give us the things that we would need to look at in order to give you guys a better idea. So I definitely would suggest, when you have access to Mainestreet, to go on and to mess around and to figure out how it works for you and how it's going to look a little different in the ways that you're going to be able to navigate it that will best help you for your future goals. So that's pretty much all I have. If you have any additional questions, let's just really quick here, let's just go and see how we can find the IT for you. This is our library page. We'll go to the IT page next. But this would be a really good place to go for the one search. I think we talked about that a little bit during our on-site aspiration orientation. But for those of you who are unable to make it, this is a really good place to go when you need to do research. Would be this page right here, our library page. So if you go ahead and click on one search, it's going to bring you up to Summon. It may take a minute. So let's pretend that I'm looking for things about the environment. I have to write a research paper about the environment. So I'm going to search it right here. And what this one search does is it's going to look through all of the different databases that we have access to here at UMPI, and it's going to refine it to the ones that are the most relevant. So here you see I have some academic journals, I have some books, lots of really helpful things if I were writing a research paper about the environment. So that's one search, but if you were to go back to that library page, again, you can see the hours there on the left-hand side if you ever wanted to make the trip up to UMPI, maybe take a book out in person, or get more information about our databases. Or you could go right here to find books, the URSIS catalog. And if you're looking for a book, you can do the title or the author, or maybe just a keyword if you don't know exactly what you're looking for. And then you'd want to scroll down and you'd go to the University of Maine at Presque Isle. And let's again say we're looking for things about the environment. So we're going to submit that. Okay, and look at all the search results we get with that. And these are, again, going to be a collection of things as academic articles. There might even be some videos and books. So this is just everything that we have access to here at UMPI. And you can refine the search if you feel the need to, if you're looking for something very specific, like a video, and you could find that as well. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to use the Google search to make sure we don't go to the wrong place. And we'll go University of Maine at Presque Isle IT Services. Okay, so this is going to be the place you're going to go if you have additional issues with your Blackboard or your Mainestreet account. And this is where you'll get that help. So get help now. That's a really great place to start. We have the hours again on the left-hand side. We have a number for the help desk right here that you can call. Probably during these hours over here would be the best time to call that number, or you might end up leaving a voicemail. So definitely suggested to look at those hours and to call when someone is there to answer your call and to help you in person. Yep. So that is pretty much it for the information technology services. And I think that pretty much concludes our online tutorial today for the different opportunities you have available to you as an UMPI Aspiration student.